Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, and in today's video I want to show you the best possible team for taking down Bommal in the Doom Tower. It was actually my buddy YST who came up with this team, and I obviously just wanted him to have basically full coverage of this video and this sort of team when it first came out for a while, but it's been around for a little bit now, and I wanted to make sure I had it up on my channel as well, just to make sure that information is out there for everyone and to give you a couple of my tips and takes on it as well. A little bit of luck is required here. Looks like we haven't had the luck so far with that Nishak A1. Will it be enough? This looks okay. Oh, we've got 6 bombs. This is going to be pretty close. Basically how this team works, it's all about that Nishak Vermin Lord who was a fusion, and look at that, 6 bombs, almost enough, counterattack, and down Bommal goes. So we got it, 20 turns. We would have been the 1 turn shorter if we got that extra bomb, the 7 bombs. It's the Bommal one-shot strategy, right? It is the best possible way to do it. It's all about Nishak, all about Nishak. So how do we make this work? What is going on? Well, basically, what is happening here is that Bommal himself takes bonus damage from bombs. And we have Nishak Vermin Lord and his A1, triple hitter at random. Here's the thing, right? Against Bommal, we have to make sure that we don't have nobody with the evil eye mastery, right? Because that would push his turn meter back a little bit. That makes Bommal spawn a bomb, and that would start absorbing these random attacks. We don't want that, right? We put this in with ally attacks as well, 2 ally attackers to get as many bombs out as possible. We get his guaranteed bombs out with his A3 as well for 2 guaranteed bombs just to make it more consistent. And boom, Bommal explodes. Very, very simple. Let's go see it one more time, and let me break down how you'd apply this to lower stages as well. Now, this is the easiest way to do it. You want an Arbiter in there, right? Arbiter's in there. You want someone to wave clear. In this case, we've got Baron, who's the best in class. He's going to make it the fastest, but you could use your best wave clearer. Baron has a slightly better attack aura than Nishak does, so he's going to give us more damage on those bombs, slightly more than Nishak would, but you can use Nishak in the lead for the aura instead and use whoever your best nuker is to clear out these waves. Arbiter gives us increased attack to up our damage on the boss, and make sure that we go first, because Bommal on stage 90 hard is 250 speed. He's very quick. Arbiter places weaken, which does up bomb damage. We get some ally attacks out. We got 5 bombs only this time. Okay, there we go. We've got 7. This should be a one-shot right here. We'd increase attack on Bommal. He takes his extra turn. And kaboom, 1 shot, goodbye, he is dead. We had 20 turns, we had an extra turn somewhere, maybe on a wave or something. But bam, there you go. This team is not 100% consistent, as you can see. Couple of things you can run into, right? Lanicus is not a full ally attack. She only brings in 3 other champions. So it's possible that Nishak won't ally attack with her. It's also possible that Nishak just lands no bombs on his A1. So this can fail. You need to land at least 6, probably 7 bombs. So it can take a few repeats depending on your stats. Let me show you the stats that I am running on these champions. And then let me show you how to apply that to lower levels. So if we go to recently used first, and let me just grab the other 2 out of the vault. There we go. Beautiful. So we've got our wave clear in Baron, 6k attack, 275% crit damage. He's pretty slow. He's got the crit rate. And that's Baron. Pretty simple. He's got Helm Smasher. So relatively standard Baron stuff. He's not in great gear for me, to be honest. I actually don't use Baron that much. I do use him, but I don't use him like crazy in Arena just because he's so squishy. He's hard to keep alive. I tend to favor stone skin nukers more myself because I don't have very strong, I don't have a neck ret, basically. It's the problem. Nishak himself, the star of the show, my Nishak is pretty pimping. Okay, he's got 7k attack, 239 speed, and 479 accuracy. So this is all very overkill, actually. So obviously, as you can see, for this particular strategy, we don't need any defensive stats. Our speed can actually be way lower than this because we're getting turn meter boost from Arbiter. That's going to make us faster than Bommal already. We're additionally getting turn meter, another 30% from Lanicus with your ally attack. So if you do use a Lanicus, you can build your speed even slower, and that can help you hit the stats. And then for accuracy, you want about 355. This is my Nishak, who's more built for Arena right now. This might change actually though with Polymorph being removed. But at the moment, really, Very rare to find tanky revivers at like even 500 resistance these days. They're typically running more like 300 or so. Like they're not very high on resistance in live arena. So I've been running him with just accuracy, which decent accuracy, good enough to bomb nearly everything. And he's an absolute monster for live arena with this as well. If he gets his bombs out, everybody is going to die. Everyone is going to die. So yeah, we got him in triple perception to help with that. In terms of gearing, attack percentage and accuracy and speed are your main things. Attack percentage, obviously this is going to be even easier when you start getting attack percentage ascensions on your gear, right, on your perception gear. It's going to take a while to farm it up, but Bommal 90 is, in my opinion, he is the hardest boss in Doom Tower in the entire game. He's the hardest one. We got really nice attack percentage boots with attack percent there. That's what we want. We're going to run an attack ring with attack percent, an attack necklace with preferably lots of accuracy, and you're going to run an attack banner with speed and preferably attack percent. This is missing no attack percent here, but lots of speed. That's more for arena. Of course, you could run an accuracy banner if you're stuck, but it's probably getting enough attack is going to be the tricky thing. And yeah, then for his blessing, it doesn't matter. You want a blessing 2-star with attack, another 500 attack for his masteries. I've got him in sort of defensive masteries for this. If you're getting him just for Bommal, come over here, grab Blade Disciple for more attack, for more bomb damage. Go all the way down to probably War Master for that, just that consistent War Master proc. And that will be a little bit better. You can also, if you can, get someone on your team with Brimstone, if they have enough accuracy, right? Brimstone. This will do a big chunk of damage to Bommal as well, so that can help you to take down Bommal. Oh, I need to show you the other champions. Give me 1 second here, of course. Forgot the other ones. Arbiter is a bit different in her build, right? So you want Arbiter, just your typical build, just high speed, right? The one difference, this gets you more damage out, is having enough accuracy to land the weaken. And she's got a few different attempts. So I've got mine at 317. You really want over 350 accuracy for Bommal, but we're getting away with it. I think we might have. No, we actually don't even have the bonus right here. We've got like a tiny bonus, another +4, but we're just low on accuracy. But that's okay. She gets a couple of attempts to place it, right? Because of the ally attacks, and that's kind of good enough. So I'd say 300 accuracy, and you're kind of good to go with Arbiter. The weaken, you just need to land it, and that ups bomb damage by 25%. So that really ups your damage, and she gives you the increased attack as well, and helps your team go first. Then 2 ally attackers, they want to be good speed. So 250 on Lanicus, we got about the same 250, yeah, 250 on 253 on Lanicus, 250 on Farrakhan. And that's all they need is just speed, effectively, for this particular strategy. They just need to ally attack. In fact, let me show you a brilliant example of this. If we jump up here, we come into the best teams in my clan. We are actually #1 right now at 19 turns. I think this is a great example right here. Here, look at this one, perfect, 46 turns. Like, it's a very similar team. We've got Nishak this time in the lead for the aura, like I said. We have the Arbiter in there. We've got Jorgid instead of Baron for the wave clear. But then we've got, look at this, level 56, 1-star ascended Longbeard. He's literally just there to have enough speed to ally attack. And we've got Cardial for an ally attack as well. All of the ally attackers will work with this strategy. You can use Kreela, Longbeard, any of them will work. And you know, champions like Longbeard and Cardial and Lanatharil are in theory slightly better because they have the full ally attack, right? They'll bring in all your allies, so it'll be more consistent. Lanicus has the advantage of giving you the turn meter boost as well, but you're going to miss out on perhaps having Nishak go in. I just don't have the others. I only have one Farrakhan. I don't have the other ally attack champions. I've got Kreela, who's also decent, but yeah, there you go. I just realized, and I'm editing this in after, I forgot to show the team setup because it is somewhat important here. But for Baron, on round 1, we're just going to have him A1, which will finish off the wave with the splash damage. So basically 1 AoE. On the second wave, we're going to use his other AoE, and then on the boss, it doesn't matter. For Arbiter, we're going to open on the first wave with her increased attack. We're going to turn that off on wave 2 because we want her to have increased attack available on the boss. If she doesn't get it back on time, just turn it off on all of the waves. So you've got increased attack on the boss, and then the rest doesn't matter. I guess you should have her just turn off the others. Gaze of Justice, you want that weaken, I suppose, but it doesn't matter. She'll do it anyway. Nishak, we want to turn off his A3 just to make sure it's good for the boss. you can have him use his A2 on the waves, and that's fine. Turn off the A2 on the boss, right? This is not going to give us anything useful. We just want more bombs for the one shot. For Lanicus, we're going to have her do just her A1 on wave 1. On wave 2, she can give increased attack to help Baron one shot. Don't think it's necessary, but she can do that. And then for the boss, she's going to priority 1 on the ally attack, and the rest doesn't matter. And Farrakhan, same deal. Turn off his ally attack on the 2 waves. And then on the boss, open with his ally attack. You can actually let him do the burn and the poisons for a bit of extra boss damage in case the boss barely survives and gets a turn. That can be a useful thing as well, though. Likely Nishak himself is going to fill up that debuff bar pretty much entirely. But yeah, look, there you go. That was the team setup as well. I gotta make sure to get that in the video. It's very important. You need to have those abilities come back at the right time. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. Now, let me show you this. This is a pretty big deal as well. If you're wondering, okay, cool, that's a badass strategy. How do I apply that to other stages? How do I do that? I don't have anything near your gear. I don't have anything like that. Well, let's look at this. So for normal, okay, these are the stats for Bommal for normal. Floor 10, 247,000 HP, 115 speed, 50 resist, 50 accuracy, right? So number one, I mean, Bommal floor 10 should be very easy. He only has this much HP. You could just bring in a couple of single target nukers and just kill him, no problem. That's very, very easy. And he's super slow. He only has 50 accuracy. You build about 150 resistance. You're going to resist all of his stuff as well. So it's very easy to survive. You only need, what, 70, 75 accuracy to beat this resistance. So it's very easy. About 100 more resistance and accuracy is your rule of thumb to be super consistent. And about 25 more accuracy than resistance is your rule of thumb to max out your chance to place your debuffs, right? Floor 50, it goes up 3 times as much health, basically. Or not quite, but almost. 635,000. He's up about 20 speed. 25 more resist, 50 more accuracy, pretty straightforward. Floor 90, he gets a lot more HP. Whoops, that's the big difference, I think. For floor 90 of normal, he gets way more HP. So his HP is a good bit higher. You're going to need to build a decent enough team for this one, either a survivable team. And actually, let me show you this as well while we're here. I do have a couple of other teams and a couple of other suggestions. So a couple of months ago, I did a collab with YSD talking about the best champions for Bommal. So you might have a bunch of champions in the vault that you haven't thought of that are really good for this. I did a revive on death strategy for Bommal. That was for Bommal hard 90, so a very different strategy than this one, which was really cool, using revive on death champions. And then I've got a strategy in here with Vogots, right? Stacking multiple Vogots. I actually think we have someone doing something similar. Yeah, down here you can see a Vogoth strategy from Bodhi. He's got a couple of Vogots, a God Seeker, and a Geomancer. That's the other big strategy. That's what I show you in the cheese strategy video. Then the other sort of strat is more of a survivable strat with like Duchess. I don't have a Duchess, so I haven't shown that strat yet. That's the one strat, I guess, now on the channel that I haven't shown. Coming back to this though, you can see for normal, another big thing, his damage scales up a ton. So let me actually check the damage stats. So for example, on floor 90 of normal, Bommal has about 8,000 attack. If we put it to floor 90 of hard, just so you can compare the attack, floor 90 hard, he has almost 15,000 attack, right? So he's doing double the damage, right? On hard, basically. But yeah, floor 90 of normal is going to be pretty tricky. You're going to need a proper team. You can probably brute force these lower floors with just damage. We come up to hard, and you can see some big differences. I think the big difference is his HP is going up pretty similarly, to be honest. Obviously, it's higher. His speed starts increasing in bigger increments. We had like 20 speed up here, 15 speed. He goes up 25 here. Then what's this? Oh, Mats is hard. What's that, 35 or something? And then he jumps up 40 speed for floor 90. You see his resistance goes up a ton as well. Here it's going up by 25s. So your accuracy requirement goes up a lot. Like he jumps from 200 at floor 50 to 330 at floor 90. So you're going to need here about 225. And here you're going to need about 355. It jumps up a lot. And you can see his accuracy is pretty low. Even up to floor 10 of hard, like 350 resistance is doable. Even mid-game, I'd say that's pretty doable for floor 10 of hard, but it can be a bit tricky if you're early game, for sure. You get hard blocked here. Then it goes up to 550 and then up to 750. So, you know, you need 850 accuracy here for floor 90 hard, or sorry, 850 resistance to resist his stuff. That's extremely difficult to do without decreased accuracy, which you can do. It's another strat. Yeah, that's something that can be tricky. I think one interesting thing, if you look at his HP, I actually broke it down. So this is like floor 10, so 10 normal. Then we have, what's this, 50 normal. This would be 90 normal. 10 hard. And then this would be 50 hard. So I just wanted to compare his total HP. Remember, bombs ignore defense. We're just looking at his HP. So if you were to use this exact team, you could build Nishak for a floor 10 of normal. You could build Nishak with 7% of the attack that I have here, and you'd get away with it. Plus, you'd only need what? You'd only need 75 accuracy, and you'd only need 115 speed to go first. So that becomes very, very easy. You can see, and you can see the number sort of increases a percentage. I think the bigger deal. This is interesting. I think the bigger deal is that it's more about how high Bommal's damage scales and his accuracy, that you can't just survive on like the, yeah, that's going to be the toughest thing going through. But if you're looking for this one-shot strategy, it's actually, if you've got champions like this, even if they're not perfect, just any 2 ally attackers, you could even start ditching the weaken. You might not have enough for the weaken. You can still come through. You might be missing a lot of attack on Nishak, can't get him that high. You could easily clear these lower floors. I'd say quite easily. You could beat all of normal and hard with this strategy. Floor 50 of hard is going to be a bit tougher. That's where it gets tough. But there you could ditch some of the stats we have here, and you're going to get away with it. It will still work. It just might be a bit tougher. Like, let me see. How well did it work for me? Might be slightly worse here. No, 19 turns again. You can see the clan is killing him a good bit faster. You've got other bomb champions coming in as well. Stuff like that. Again, very sort of standard, cheesy sort of strategy here with the Vogoths. Better to have a God Seeker in there as well for the higher level, just to be consistent. But yeah, give you some tips right there. Some ideas for how you can beat Bommal with the best possible team. Basically, kill him in less than a minute, one-shot Bommal, and you're done. I probably actually will farm him until I unlock Dark Fae in a couple of days. Then I'm just going to be farming the Dark Fae. Not going to be farming Bommal then. But yeah, it's a great way to get through. Super easy, super clean, super quick. Nishak is MVP. And with this build, he's still going to be pretty darn good for normal for hard mode dungeons and for arena as well. He's going to be a beast there too, where you want the good speed and accuracy and then as much attack as possible. It's the same sort of build. Maybe for dungeons, build them a bit tankier, but other than that, it works just fine. There you go. Hope you guys enjoyed and found it interesting. I know it's out there already, but I wanted to have a video up on it as well. So yeah, big shout out to YST for coming up with this strategy. We can thank him. And yeah, pretty insane. How are the global ranks? Probably much faster. 10 turns? Oh, 7 turns. That's nuts with some astroliths. Wow. Wow. All right. I'll see you all next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.